We're 1 month away from the start of the Minnesota State Fair, and for the first time in 5 years, fairgoers will have an express bus option in the Northwest Metro. Maple Grove Transit will provide bus service to the Great Minnesota Get-Together at its main transit station next to the shops at Arbor Lakes. Express buses to the fairgrounds will run every 30 minutes from 8 a.m. to midnight on weekends and Labor Day. The cost to ride is $5 if you buy tickets beforehand. A shortage of drivers forced Metro Transit to scale back its service options, but as hiring picks up, those routes are finally returning.
We've hired more operators, so we have now this year alone hired more than 200 bus operators, and so when we have more people, we can provide more service.
Weekday service to the fair will not be available in the Northwest Metro, but there are 5 other park and ride sites that will serve people throughout the week. A New Hope man is facing criminal charges after allegedly firing a handgun at a gas station. Police were dispatched to the Speedway gas station near West Broadway and 62nd Avenue last Tuesday after a report of shots fired. Prosecutors now say 18-year-old Jeromeo Beavers fired the shots. According to the criminal complaint, Beavers was asking for cigarettes outside the gas station when he got into an argument and fired the gun. He ran across the street to his apartment where police found a stolen handgun with an auto sear. Over in Brooklyn Park, the 3rd annual Jerry Anderson Memorial Softball Tournament drew players from across the Midwest. I take a look at the action on wheels. A swing and a hit isn't an uncommon sight in the game of wheelchair softball.
Yeah, it can get pretty physical.
Jason Miller is a catcher for the Rolling Twins.
I have osteogenesis imperfecta. It's a brittle bone disease.
Who played the Minnesota Flamethrowers on Saturday. Miller says his sport is worth the watch.
You're going to see guys who can smack the ball, field the ball, catch it, throw it. It's just like regular softball, only we play it on concrete and wheelchairs.
On concrete, provided by Brooklyn Park.
Go, 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 go!
In wheelchairs designed for sport.
Pretty amazing, the capability of our athletes.
Courage Kenny's program specialist, Romis Mesa, says these chairs allow those with disabilities to play at a high level.
Nice shot. For me, I've done it before. They've said, you gotta go and we need a guy and hop in a chair. And so you're thinking in 2 facets and it just comes extremely natural to them, which is awesome.
Courage Kenny sponsors the Rolling Twins. Mesa says adaptive recreation programs like this one are an important step in the rehab process.
Our main goal is to get people out doing things they love, whether that be returning to an activity they did pre-injury or pre-diagnosis, or helping individuals find something brand new that they can love.
Oh, keep going! Go, go, keep going!
These athletes play in tournaments across the country. Using this adapted field in Brooklyn Park gives them a chance to show off their skills. It's something Miller is proud of.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty strong from top to bottom.
Proving one thing.
Go 2, go 1!
If you want to go far,
Hit that one so far I didn't even know where it went.
go together.
Just love being with the guys. Camaraderie is great. It's a great outlet.
This is one of many wheelchair softball tournaments held across the United States. The Wheelchair Softball World Series will be held in Omaha in August. A child remains in critical condition after being attacked by 2 dogs in Brooklyn Park. Brooklyn Park police say they found 2 pit bulls attacking a 3-year-old on Friday. Officers fired their guns at the dogs. 1 dog was killed and the other was injured. The child was transported to a hospital and is alive but in critical condition. The investigation is still in its early phases, but police say the victim was visiting the dog's owners when the attack occurred. It's almost time to start back to school shopping, and one local group wants to make those costs easier on area families. For its 4th annual back to school barbecue, Honored to Help is asking for donations of backpacks and school supplies to help thousands of local kids. Founder Scooter Drawn says backpacks are especially needed, but anything helps.
The need has grown and our attendance has grown. So obviously our supplies need to grow with it in order to supply everyone there. We usually always run out, but we try our best. It's while supplies last.
There are drop boxes throughout Brooklyn Park. Plus, if you bring items to the drop box at Trendsetter's Boutique on Brooklyn Boulevard, your donation will be doubled by the business. Scooter asks that you bring your donations to any location by Sunday, August 11th, and the event will be held at Zanewood Rec Center on Saturday, August 17th. It's a sport that's exploded in popularity across the U.S. Cricket, which is deeply popular in India, has also found success here in the Northwest Metro. As Ellie Tulke reports, Plymouth residents opened a Minnetonka facility, the first of its kind in the state.
In what looks like a typical industrial building lies the new home to this unique bat and ball game. After only being able to practice the sport in the summer because of no indoor facilities, 4 cricket dads came together to open this private space where kids could practice year-round.
We decided that we needed a place to practice year-round so our kids could enjoy it, build the relationships and bonding, and just kind of grow the sport here in Minnesota.
And that's exactly what the space is, a place where kids can come and check out a sport they may have never played before and see if they like it. Beecher says more girls and boys have come to play cricket and are finding there are more and more people that are interested.
The main thing is just to provide another opportunity for youth, another sport for youth to explore that could be right for them.
And the players say the game has something for everyone.
You can bowl or bat, and you can field, like that's for everyone to do, right? So you're never like out of the game.
Other players say the best part is being a part of the team.
My favorite part is like being together in a team, normally like talk, play, and be active.
Ecosport also runs the space throughout the year to many teams, even the Minnesota Cricket Association Men's League, who have served as a source of admiration for many of the younger players.
It's been great to have those teams come in the off-season as kind of role models for our kids.
Beecher says the goal is to continue building relationships with people who will want to come back.
To see the kids' excitement when they come in and just like argue with their parents to have to go home because they just want to play a little bit more is just great.
In Minnetonka, Ellie Tulke, CCX News.
They offer free trials for anyone who wants to check out the sport for themselves. You can find more information at ccxmedia.org.
A Brooklyn Park man will soon be continuing his basketball journey overseas. 2018 Champlin Park High School graduate Josiah Strong is headed to Europe next month to start his professional career. Another stop in a post-high school career that's been a long and winding road. Josiah Strong is happy to be back in Brooklyn Park. The 24-year-old headed to Bosnia in August to play pro ball, earned his master's degree at Colorado State University after getting his undergrad degree at Illinois State. That's after starting his college career nearly 6 years ago at the Naval Academy and then going to Iowa Western Community College. He's had to adapt to all the changes in his basketball life.
I had to learn a lot. It was a lot of self-discovery. You kind of learn who you are by putting yourself out there. If you kind of always in your comfort zone, it's hard to really grow. For me, there's coaching changes. I got better as my career progressed, so there's opportunities to move up levels. All of that encompassing, like, I wouldn't trade my journey for anything.
Strong had a solid high school career at Champlin Park. As a junior, he played on a Rebels team that finished 31-1, losing only to Apple Valley in the state final. In his senior season, he averaged 23 points per game and was named second-team All-Metro. Playing on those high-level teams helped his transition to college basketball.
At the time, I didn't really realize how impactful it was until you see, once you get to Division I level, guys that come from different places where they maybe didn't play with other high-level dudes, and it's harder for them to fit into a role and buy into team ball, whereas at Champlin Park, we had one of the best teams in school history, and we had a really good run of 4 or 5 years where we had multiple Division I guys.
Josiah's last college game at Colorado State was a loss to Texas in the second round of the NCAA tournament. But his time playing for the Rams was a great experience.
We were top 25 for most of the year. We reached the highest school ranking in school history. We got to number 13 in the country, so that was a blessing, man. And I was a starting two guard for the team.
So now it's on to professional basketball. Through his agent, Josiah is signed to play with HKK Siroki in Bosnia and Herzegovina, playing in a league comprised of Eastern European teams.
It's definitely like there's opportunity over there to not only make a long career, but be able to have a lot of earnings over there as well. So just get advice. You're living in a different country at the end of the day, so it's so much more than just the style of plays. How do you carry yourself in a different country? How's the living situation?
Josiah earned his undergrad degree in sports management and his master's in marketing management. His younger brother Josh is in law school at Howard University in Washington, D.C., and is playing basketball for the Bison, a team that also qualified for the NCAA tournament this past March. The USA Cup soccer tournament wrapped up over the weekend. The Maplebrook boys 19U team went 3-0 in pool play and won their quarterfinal round match. On Saturday, they were looking to advance to the championship of the Gold Division, and Chaz Moots has the highlights.
The Maplebrook 19U boys won 3-1 in the quarterfinals. They were facing off against Academy Sports Club, a program out of the Cayman Islands. In the first half, Academy with a scoring chance, but Evan Martin dives to make a stop to keep the scoreboard scoreless. Late first half, ASC with another great look on this possession. Javon Henry passed to Jakob Roos, one touch and boot with the left for the first goal of the match. 1-0 was the score at the half. After intermission, Maplebrook with the free kick from midfield. Titus Lee drills one to the box. Isaac Niepko right there nearly heads it in for the equalizer, but Devontae Whittaker gathers it to keep it a 1-0 lead. Midway through the second half, check out the fancy footwork from Manny Duran weaving in and out of defenders. His shot doesn't go, but the follow-up from Jacob Noken does. Academy Sports Club in front, 2-0. Late in the second half, ASC really rolling now. Joshua Campbell dish to Dean Fitzgerald. He fakes right, goes left, and scores with the left. Maplebrook falls in the semifinals 3-0. In Blaine, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.